help you think differently, your perception. And once your perception changes, then you can break the habit. It'll help you break that habit. Because that's a giant step to break the habit. Kick the habit, said the rabbit. Well, now I'm going to go into, because we're talking about food, into something, just a little something. You can ask questions while I set up. Well, Susanna, I want you to pass out the postcards.
Suggestion.
Yes. Sure. Oh, lovely.
Most time we eat food, the first place the food goes to the brain, and the first digestion system is in the mouth. So eating, the air you gas, and the pollution, anything that comes across the tongue, it hits the brain. You smoke, it hits the brain. And as brother was saying, the chemicals, once those chemicals are out of whack, everything goes out of whack.
The body is out of balance. That's what the part is. What diseases is the body is out of balance.
So one thing I normally do, so if you see me sitting like a whole person, I'm doing this every now and again. I'm actually doing something with my tongue in the core of my ceiling. So I'm constantly messing with my mouth to move certain things away in my body. But it also has to be a certain discipline. That's what with the Tibetan monks, you'll see a young Tibetan monk operating like a 99-year-old disciplined person. And you'll be wondering why. Because it takes a certain, that's why we as African diaspora people, we should have been learning these things long ago, because that's how our ancestors did it. So by the time a boy child reached, say, 13, you would have mastered the art of a 33-year-old today person. So at 13, you would have mastered a certain discipline. So by the time you reach 19, you were perfect to lead. Anyway, the women got it earlier, though. They got it from about now. They were always ahead.
We are the master of our reality, nature, and consciousness and energy is the nature of reality. So, Susanna, I wanted you to pass out the postcards, and everybody has a postcard. Everybody has a postcard? He's going to pass them out. And everybody put their name and their email, and you can put the questions on there. So if we don't get to all the questions, then we can email you the answer. And then we email you more information. Newsletter, or doing events, we'll email them. Today I'm going to give a demonstration. I listen to these demonstrations. This is the part I love because we love to eat. Now, it's going to be something so simple, so easy, because the first thing we like is gratification of course. And that's how we think. We become happy. But the most important thing about eating is to support the body, to feed the cells. And so how are we going to really do that in the simplest form? Because we don't like to do it a long time anymore. Where are we going to go to? 2000. So we want to be in the kitchen a short time. And this can be babies, infant babies, the age of the time of conception, all the way through baby, all the way going up to 100 to 200.
I just wrote it on that long paper.
This is our real food.
Oh yeah.
Sea moss, we call it drink electric because it's a little bit more than just sea moss, known as Irish moss. It has all the minerals. It has 102 minerals. We're made of 102 minerals. So that's where we're going to begin to immerse and feed these cells. Really feed the cells. So now, this is not cooked. It has other sea vegetables in it. So we didn't burn it. And now we're going to make it enjoyable. Sea vegetables smell like the sea. I repeatedly say, I remember when Sebi used to give me this cup, and he would take the sea moss, put it in a cup, and say, here, Mom, drink it. And I would gag, just the smell of it, because I don't like the sea vegetable smell. A long time ago, in Ireland, the people were starving. They had nothing. All they had was this sea moss. Some of the people had died, and when they went into bodies, they said that the bodies looked like 16-year-olds. People were younger. This is almonds, and they're raw. They have nothing, and it's 1/4 cup of almonds, or 2 handfuls. The almonds, and this is Drink Electra. Drink Electra. We have it at the fig tree. 45 Willoughby now. It's a new tree in town. It's the fig tree.
45 Willoughby.
45 Willoughby. That's where you can come get your electric cell phone too. So we grind it into powder. And you have to be really careful with the sea moss because they have the artificial sea moss now. So this one we collected from Honduras. It has all the minerals. It has bladderwrack in it. It has other sea vegetables. So we're going to put 2 teaspoons. 2 teaspoons of the sea moss. And then we're going to blend it to a powder. So if your blender is a gentle one, you just stop, go, stop, go. But our cells are made of potassium, magnesium, phosphate, all those minerals, and that's what's going to support. If you don't eat anything, you are supporting all those cells, and you're electrifying. Vanilla, and this is the powder vanilla. So it's just the pure vanilla ground up. So it's better than, to me, alcohol. Yeah, exactly. It's so much better. And this you could put in to taste.
Thank you.
This is such a pretty place. I love the colors. It's so bright and all the items, but it's all in order. Thank you. It's a loving feeling. So now it's grind into a powder. So now it's mixed in there. You're not tasting sea moss or that sea taste. It's I'm gonna put a little water. Almonds. Sea moss. So now, it's 8 ounces of water. I don't measure at all. I just put some water in there. But you put 8 ounces or some number around there to make it this smoothie. That's what we're making right now. It's a smoothie.
Whoever didn't join her email list, you're more than welcome to do so.
So now, just, it could be thicker, it could be less water. The less water, the creamier, I think, the texture comes out. And then, maybe you have to have measurements. I guess you would do about a teaspoon or half a teaspoon. I don't know. I just sprinkle in there, half a teaspoon. You'll get to know it and then you do it by taste. I really want it to taste vanilla. Like vanilla? So, we add a little more water. See what I add is 8 ounces. See, I never counted. There's 8 more ounces. And we add a little vanilla. Okay, that's the fun. Come on, we gotta laugh. If we don't laugh, you remember how when you were little you used to laugh all the time? How come we don't laugh anymore? What happened? You do? You still laugh? I do too, all the time. They say I'm crazy, but it's not a break, it's laughing. Making fun, come on. It's not that serious. We take everything so serious. Okay, I have someone looking at me. I'm not moving so much.
Yes,
That's a lot.
yes, the lady.
You gotta put this to taste. See, I want to smother that taste. That's what I'm trying to do. Maple syrup is from a tree. It's not bad. It's the sugar that's bad. But because it's sweet, it's still looked upon. But this is not acid-based. This is me and
What's the difference between grade B and grade A?
the process.
Okay.
The process. How long they cooked it.
No. So grade B is not cooked?
Less.
They got better?
What about maple sugar?
The grade A is what, maple?
Just cook it a little bit more. Maple, I think it's good, the maple sugar, because they didn't do anything. They just,
Right.
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's dry.
I use that. I started using that.
Yeah, I
It's
think
more
it's-
expensive, but it's just so good.
There's more cooked and the grade B is less cooked.
Right,
Oh, so less cooked is better.
right. Let's cook this better. Exactly.
So the sugar is
But it is so good. And this is your food.
The agave is also good too, right?
They say, now somebody did some research and said it's starchy.
Yeah, it is.
Now, at one point they were saying even the people with diabetes could have, they could have the agave and it wasn't harming them. Now, I understand diabetes. The pancreas not functioning properly, but what is it really? Mucus in the duct so that it can't function properly, right?
Some
So,
people have diabetes. If they
don't
take,
think of sugar making, it's the starch
if you-
that turns to sugar in your body that shoots it up.
See, that's what that process, white flour, white sugar, white rice.
Exactly. So when you think of fruit, it's not too body. It's because it's hybrid now. It's the hybrid. I'm a taster.
Right, is cactus alkaline?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cactus is
But
alkaline.
the process to make the agave makes it acidic.
Yeah, and they were saying something about the root, that the root is more, the cactus itself is alkaline, but the root is more starchy. And for them to really produce a lot, they started using the root of it. And that's how it changed over, plus the process.
All right.
Can you name some other sugars that are very alkaline besides maple? And,
Which one?
yeah, can you name some other sugars that are alkaline that are very good, other than the maple?
Date sugar.
You don't know, go ahead.
I've been experimenting. Let me tell you.
Yes, tell
Date
us.
sugar is really good, and but it's kind of more floury, so like it's good to bake with or things like that. What other sugars do I? That's all I really use is date sugar, maple sugar, stevia. It just has a weird aftertaste.
But I think, I heard that the stevia was it's
It's like too good to be true.
a hybrid. This is
Yeah.
cinnamon. I feel like cinnamon.
Yeah, I had my mom up and she was doing Splenda. My mom's diabetic, so she talks about doing weight things.
So what is she using? Your mom is using what?
My mom, actually my mom has been weaning herself off of her medication because, by being on a fast, it's like, yes, I pack her a salad every day. I make sure that she's eating pretty much everything that I eat, but she still eats meat and all that type of stuff. But she started weaning herself off of the medication because she's been losing weight, and her doctor was just like, well, as soon as you lose the weight, you're not gonna have diabetes. So, but I was just saying that I gave her instead.
How do they connect with the weight and lose the weight and diabetes?
My mom, when
that
she-
has nothing to do with the pancreas.
Well, my mom was like Miara, like my daughter Miara. She was always like a size 0. My mom weighs about 300 pounds now. So as she started, when she became my weight was when she got diabetes. That's after her mother died. And so, I know how it's all psychological manifests and crystallizes and things like that because she started craving, but she just started eating very starchy foods. But like I said, eating the salads and making sure that she eats fruit every morning, making sure that she has a salad every day at lunch, and then coming home and making sure that, she's eating green things on her plate and not just meat and potatoes has helped her. And she's been losing weight, and then also I sell that Agoji water stuff, and so she drinks alkaline water. That's been helping. And but I was trying to get her to stop using Splenda because before that she was using Equal. Before that she was using Sweet and Low, and I kept trying to. So she finally is off. So she uses agave because she can dig it, and then she uses the Truvia. So it's better than
That's what I mean by the understanding. The pancreas, it's processes. It's not processing. The liver, the kidneys, the pancreas, they're like filters, but it's not processing. And associated, because I was thinking, okay, what do we mean the weight? But the weight is excess weight. So the duct is clogged up. And so it's not able to process, because what does it do? It turns the starch turns
into
to
sugar.
sugar. And it's not doing that. It creates an insulin that breaks it down. It's not doing that total function, right?
Yeah.
So, in my head, it's like weight is separate from that. But now I can associate it because I'm thinking, okay, but the waste, weight is excess weight. Waste. And what they call fat is mucus.
Right.
And that mucus is in the ducts of the pancreas. It's in the
Makes sense.
cells. It's definitely in the cells. So now, we have a treat. The drink electro. And have fun with it. So I brought some cups so we could taste it, and you could really see how you can enjoy it, even on your fast, even while fasting, feeding your cells, and if you want to lose weight.
Oh my
because
God.
it's feeding your cells. You don't feel hungry and you don't want to eat the habit food. And this can be the fun food. So,
What's that you add? Is that cinnamon or no?
yes, cinnamon. I added a little cinnamon. The other day we made eggnog.
The vanilla,
Oh, yeah.
the vanilla,
Acknowledge.
the vanilla in the liquid form is good too.
The vanilla?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to be careful. You have to get the ones that don't have all that alcohol. And they put sugar in the vanilla now. So you have to be careful what vanilla you get.
That's one.
So do we have any questions?
Yes, how many of the iron grow?
We have the iron. Sandy.
He had iron chlorophyll.
The Maya has the iron chlorophyll because the plant is the one that carries the chlorophyll. And there is one particular plant that carries the iron phosphate too. Because we put all these plants together, especially when it's liquid. We put about 25 different plants. So the Maya will carry, now he may be speaking of something different. I don't know which one he's speaking of. Did he say what?
Yeah, I was looking at one of the DVD. He said it's iron chlorophyll.
A new product?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's his. No, I don't have
Iron
it.
chlorophyll.
It's his.
Oh,
It's a new product. So it's his.
okay. You have
The Maya.
the Maya iron.
Yeah.
I have a question. A loved one of mine went to doctor today, that's Jenny, right? And the doctor told this person that they have enough good cholesterol. So what's happening with that? What did the doctor actually say?
The doctor said what?
The person didn't have enough good cholesterol.
They're not producing good cholesterol.
Yeah, yeah.
But the doctor says crazy things because
Gotta get paid.
not producing good cholesterol.
Yeah. I never heard that before.
When a person has too much cholesterol, that's not what you're saying. It is, okay, wait. Let's see, what is cholesterol? Then you can understand not too much. Cholesterol is mucus in another form. So how are you not producing good cholesterol? There's a little bit of mucus that should be in the body because all our cells are made of mucous membrane type of cells. And it's not the same mucus that we're talking about, that application kind of mucus. So when they're saying you're not producing good cholesterol, it's not really making sense what they know they can tell us.
It makes sense.
Because you're producing, understand, disease, period, pathology, or anything that they're saying, they're putting it in a category. And once they put it in the category, then they give it a title. So we're talking about cholesterol, or high blood pressure, diabetes, they're putting it in a category. But if we're talking about diabetes, we're talking about main mucus in the pancreas. But if we're talking about high blood pressure, we're talking about plaque, which is the same thing, it's just a different texture in the veins. And so the blood can't pass, and because it can't pass, you get this heart attack. Any other questions? Sea moss. The other great thing about the sea moss, this one I love. We are being exposed to radiation. Radiation is in the air, it's in the air. Radiation is airborne. And you know what the Japanese think, it's a lot of radiation in there, even more so is already in the air. And the sea moss, also known as Irish moss, hardens it into a particle and escorts it out of the body. That's a problem.
And this thing that they call it's in a shell, tamarind. I think it's tamarind.
The tamarind.
The tamarind helps pulls out radiation from the body also.
Oh yeah, tamarind is excellent. Tamarind is a tropical,
Yeah.
is it called a fruit? Would you call that a fruit?
It's a fruit. Yeah, because
It
anybody
minerals.
who goes into the crazy white man thing and take radiation, exposure to radiation or go check and see when our first cancer.
Mhm.
Take that and pull the radiation out of the body.
So, I want to thank you so much. I'm special. I'm honored for you to be here and us sharing. It was such a loving moment. Please write down your email and any other those questions that you may have not asked. And oh, good. You put your phone on? Did you put your phone on? Yeah. So we can. So I'm going to pour a little bit in here for a taster. So if you want some more, you got to come to the food demonstration. We usually have them every third Saturday, but now we're going to probably do it every other month. And we're definitely going to do them seasonal. It's the Love Shop. Thank you. So everybody has to introduce each other. And how's it taste? It must taste bad. She's laughing. You can tell the truth. Go ahead, ask your question. Okay,
I want to get the sniff test. So, I know, there's two more back here.
He just got in here.
That's what I do. I got a DVD that shows how to make this transition because we have to identify what you like, what you're attached to. Everybody has different ones. You know, like this lady said, I was driving down the street and I saw hamburgers, and she couldn't stop eating it, but she wanted this hamburger. So what do we do in the transition? We make something in the place of the hamburger. Make that sandwich with the make your own barbecue sauce and season it with oregano and thyme and sage, and you can grill it on both sides. And it's juicy and meaty, and cook it in the olive oil with the sweet basil. And then take the bone and toast it. You can get any one of the breads now spelt, which is apulon. And then you put your lettuce and your tomato, and then you take the sesame tahini and make like a salad dressing, but make it thick. Spread it on the bread, and now you have a sandwich. And that can take the place of that. So we'll go through it to identify what those things are. Yeah, here's a DVD that I did, several DVDs. Did everybody get it? Let me just wait for you to
Oh, you want some?
There's one online called Maa Bowman Delicious. And I got some others that show you how to make the breakfast. It shows you how to make the breakfast and lunch and where it's really good. This is what the remember the goal is to change a habit. That's what we're doing, changing
Oh, wait.
just one more. I was in
Hold on, I'm coming.
They wasn't trying to change. They weren't trying to change any habit at all. They were like, what? No meat? And I took those portobello mushrooms and grilled them, and I took pumpkin and made it like the way everything that they had. I made a replacement of it, like the kale. I made that like the way they would do, and I cut some mushrooms small in there, and I put a little hickory in there, and they could not believe it, but everything was substitute. Sweet potatoes, what they eat. And I took pumpkin and mixed it with the butternut squash, and oh my God, it was really good. But that's how you put that transition. You gotta make it still tasty and exciting. Use the olive oil in the place.
And maple sugar too, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
And
maple syrup on everything.
Just to make some more.
Now, see, now we talk about genetic engineer, they already left genetic engineer and they genetically modified it, which is worse.
That's what they're doing with the,
I'm trying to the elders.
yeah, that's what they're doing with the butternut squash.
That's what they're doing with the corn.
Almond and cinnamon. And I think
You know, I have 2 guys.
My suggestion is, please, with a humble heart, is to call, set up an appointment so I could go, because it's detailed, to get you on a regimen, a whole program. It can't be something just thrown in, because then it's not going to happen. It's
Right.
not going to happen. There's one thing and it's going to go. Because it can totally, completely be reversed. But it's a whole program that you can do. Yes. Ulcer is sore. And the very first thing is to stop eating the acid food. It's like lime. If you have a cut and you squeeze the lime, you keep burning it. So the very first step is to stop eating the thing, because now you keep making the sore worse by eating that acid food. And that's when you start to burn. So you cramp up and it curls you all the way down, and all that pain with the ulcers, right? And another thing we do is the thought. We have acid thoughts.
Go ahead, sis.
And those acid thoughts create acid in the body. And that's the number one. We've talked all these years, 40 years, about acid foods. And very little did we talk about acid thoughts. And we kind of want to skip over that a lot, the acid thoughts. But the moment we have that acid thought, the unfavorable thought, it creates a peptide. That peptide goes, and it goes into the cell receives it, and then we feel. But in that process, we're creating acid, and it begins to burn. And then what we would do is to start cleaning the acid. Stop eating acid. Then get on the program and start cleaning all the acid out of the entire system, not just that one area, because it's in the blood. It's in everywhere. So let us clean it out. It's pain. You're in pain sometimes, right? Oh, well, believe me, if they have no ulcers, they're in pain.
we didn't have it.
I'll read the question.
Brother.
Okay, but we got the questions of, make sure it's not a chicken scratch. I do not read chicken scratch. Sorry. Questions? Any other questions?
Ready? This question came from out of the audience. How do you eliminate mucus in the body, and how do you begin to cleanse the body to rebuild and make your body stronger?
Call her.
Joe Black in the building. That's me.
How we clean the mucus with the herbal compounds that we have in the tree. We begin to clean, but you've got to clean the entire system, not just one area. You've got to clean the liver, the kidneys, the gallbladder, the stomach, the colon. And what we do is we take you on a program of intracellular cleansing. You know a jelly coconut?
Yeah.
You know how you scrape the jelly coconut? Oh, it's so good. But you know that texture you eat? But that's what we do with the herbs. We take the herbs, those herbal compounds that's going in your body is going into the cells, intracellular, and begin to clean the mucus out from a cellular level, not just the surface of it.
Yeah.
We got to go in, deep in, and start cleaning that mucus out.
Also, need to know how to change the diet from chicken and turkey meals to veggie and more green foods. Also, how to maintain workouts without meats.
I want to put Sasai on the spot.
You want to put your son on the spot? Sasai, she want to put you on the spot. Come on over here. Let's give the information. He works out. He knows. He trains.
How to do it, because he doesn't eat meat. He's never ate meat. He wasn't even born in it. But it's.
Come on up, front. Come on, let me encourage you. Encourage up front. You can do it. You know I'm embarrassed, and that's the problem. Come on, Sasai, you work out, you train. You brothers want to know how to maintain that. He's a personal trainer. Oh, well, see, here it goes, brother.
He really knows how to go in that gym and work without eating